Monday.
Today's Monday. Hold on.
And we're live.
And it's Monday.
Monday.
It's Monday. Oh, and yes, happy Superb Owl Day to everybody who participated.
Oh my God. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Oh my God.
It is February 13th, as we've already established. It's Monday in the year 2023.
We're already halfway through February already. I mean, I don't like it, Nita.
You know what I don't like?
What do you don't like?
Technology.
Yeah, no, I completely feel you with that. You know, but it seems that as spring comes closer, we need to clean house a bit. So maybe it's part of it. But we could talk more about that in
you
a
ready
minute.
for this?
Absolutely not, but hit it.
All right, here we go.
Oh, hello there. You just caught me in the middle of making a drink. While I'm doing that, here's a disembodied voice that'll talk to you about what this commercial is about.
Shots with Comics is a comic show on the Indie Comics network after dark. Join some drunk people as they talk about what's going on in the comic world, what comics they are reading, and of course, all cohole. Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Indie Comics network after dark. We will offend, anger, and make you uncomfortable. Join us, unless you are a what?
I am completely uncomfortable.
Yes, I am too. Well, yesterday, me and Chad definitely made ourselves uncomfortable.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So what happened was that Chad had gotten one of those emails from people, like the Thai bikini models who can do mainstream and manga comics and are just waiting for you to hire them to do character designs. So he had gotten one of those, but it wasn't a Thai bikini model though. But the thing is that their portfolio was chock full of stolen artwork that they were kind of claiming as their own, and they were looking for work. So somehow me and Chad just ended up going back and forth in DMs baiting this person. I was feeding Chad questions to ask, and we were having a good time until we got to the part where it might have been less of a scam and more of maybe kind of like a mentally ill person trying to do something. And it's like, abort.
Oh my god.
So in the end, it was just like, okay, it's not fun anymore.
I think
Just
we've all
tell them
been there where we're like, this is fucking stupid. And then
yeah, it's like
oh,
because
sorry,
it's like
bro.
they especially I know they especially had some panels from Vinland Saga on their portfolio that I had completely recognized. And Chad was like, yes, exactly. And Chad was like, wait, am I seeing things? This is from Vinland Saga, right? And I gave him a screen cap of the reverse image search that that I did to say, yeah, no, it's not just you. This is from Vinland Saga. And I said, ask them what was their inspiration for the piece. And it was just, like I said, at the time it was funny because like they were trying to bend over backwards saying that they did it as a cover and they had to look in their archives as to who they did it for, blah, blah, blah. And then but as we did more digging, it turned out to say, okay, you know what? This is not fun anymore. This is somebody who doesn't know any better. And it's like, it's probably best we just say thank you.
Did they not know any better?
I don't know. You know what? But
there's some manipulative fuckers.
Oh no. There are. No, that's for sure. That's for sure. And God knows that our DMs have been inundated with them for a bit. But I mean, it's like because it's just really funny how many Thai bikini models know how to draw exactly like Jim Lee. I mean, absolutely.
Well, they do.
The talent pool,
at least.
The talent pool is
hey,
amazing.
At least they're always hot.
Yeah, exactly.
They're always hot.
So in the end,
talk about something besides comics, girl. I don't want to talk about work no more.
And it's like, because I could imagine the guys go out there. It's like, yeah, it's really strange. It's like my comic artist, she needs money for a boob job. So it's like, so in the end, it's like me and Chad had our fun, but in the end, it was like, oh, okay, we both feel like assholes
now. Nah.
But oh my goodness. So who's joining us this mess of
oh my gosh. Efrain here this morning. Hello. Patrick, Rue, Joseph, let's see, Allison, Chad, Patrick.
Hello.
Yes, people.
Yeah, people. And yes, and I see you, the 7 people watching next to my giant eyeball from regions beyond. Yeah, and just as you know, it's like I forgot to yeah, me too. I'm kind of okay. I'm okay with not drawing like Jim Lee too. And yes, and it's like just to remind everybody, if you are watching us from Facebook, if you're watching us from Twitter, if you were watching my live stream last Wednesday, you know how dangerous that is. It seems like in the middle of my Wednesday stream, like Facebook completely went down.
It did. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Efrain's upset we did things out of order, Daphne.
Oh, things are out of order. Yes, I know. You know what? You're right, Efrain. Just for you.
Do it, yeah.
Okay, so hello, everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and a comic book artist from New York. I've been self-publishing comics since 1992, and I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales, especially Tall Tales: The Peacekeepers, which is in its last 4 days on Kickstarter right now. It ends on Friday, so you have 4 days left to pledge to this campaign. We're so close to reaching 4K, and thank you everybody who has supported the campaign so far. So thank you so much. 4 days left. And I am also known for my medieval fantasy soap opera drama, Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which returns to Kickstarter late spring 2023, or maybe early spring, depending on how it's going in the next couple of weeks. I've just been really cranking on this issue 6. And yes, this is for issue 6 of Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn. I can't believe we're at issue 6 already. So it's like, yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Yes, and in the meantime, you can read both my comics online at Tall Tales, TAILS online.com, and eagleworks.com, EGOWORKS. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at my channel at Daphne Lage, Lage Art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network and the Indie Comics Network After Dark channel. And like I said, if you are watching us through Facebook, if you're watching us through Twitter, come on over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat. At least when Facebook decides to take a shit and go down again, you know, we'll all be together here around the fire. So yes, so come on over, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, you know, especially to get notified whenever any of our any of our shows go live. And to tell you more about these channels, here's Nita.
You know those memes that are like when the edibles hit?
Yeah.
These edibles ain't shit.
And then God comes in. It's like, what are you talking about?
Oh, so yeah. My name is Nita Lanning, and I am the producer, owner, whatever, of Indie Comics Network and Indie Comics Network After Dark.
Right.
Bringing you the latest and greatest in indie comics.
Yeah, it's something. We do something.
And I'm
here.
professional. So fucking professional.
I don't know what we're doing here. We do something here.
I'm the professionalist.
Yes, exactly. We're the professionalist. Yeah.
Do you like my lighting though? Like I know the fucking office is like completely fucked up, but is the lighting good?
I mean, the lighting looks fine.
Figure this shit out.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it depends. I mean, what throws me off is that I'm not looking straight at you.
I know it's driving me crazy, but you know I kind of like it too.
Right. Well, you know,
because I'm always looking over here anyway.
Right there, you go. It's like
this is so
good
weird.
angle. Right. It's like this is your good side. So what happened, Nita? Your office completely blew up again.
Well, see, like Chad Perkins is an asshole. It's
always Chad, right?
It's always Chad. Chad fucking sent me a stream deck. With, you know, and this advanced technology here needs to be plugged directly into my computer, which I have an all-in-one setup, which meant I had to pull apart everything. And it took hours to get to where I could get behind my monitor to disconnect all the USBs I had before. And then I had to figure out adapters and so on and so forth. And so now my system is just set up to run. The office is tore apart. Like literally my chair can turn, but I am surrounded this deep, however deep this is, about 2 feet, I guess, of comics, wires, and microphones.
Wow. Right, it's like you're just finding.
I have a microphone graveyard. Like I swear to God, these motherfuckers.
Right.
And half of them still work because something was wrong with ended up being a wire or some shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's like this. Yeah. I mean, it's like I was telling you in the green room. It's like, you know, it doesn't matter how many times I try to like set up my my system. It's like a rat's nest. Hello. You know, it's like there is absolutely it's like I was telling you, you watch all these videos about all these tech guys who have these pristine minimalist setups where you see no wires. Yeah, that's what exactly. They're lying liars that lie. You know, it's like there is even when I was able to do this from scratch, I could never get like a fraction of anything to look like anything I saw in these videos. So honestly, if you see any of those videos with the tech guys with their minimalist, they're all lying. They're all lying.
You see this dude?
What happened?
You see this sexist bastard in my chat? I have a fan. Thank you very much, sir. I know about ventilation. Jeez, I'm in a closet, Patrick. Like a fucking literal closet. Like it looks way bigger than it actually is.
That's how you know she doesn't live in New York. That's a 1-bedroom apartment.
It is, dude. It is. I've been watching the videos, you know, because one can dream.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's like how small can we fucking go?
Right.
And it's like, ugh.
And still pay $2,500 a month for.
I drop a morning deuce in places bigger than some of the fucking apartments. It's horrible.
No,
it's horrible.
It really is. But the thing is, though, it's like, you know, so especially like this week, you know, like I said, it's like for the past couple of weeks, I've been going through all my art supplies. I got my new markers, so I was very happy with that. I was able to make all my little squares in my swatch book with all my new markers. It was very nice. And And I guess it's like, I don't know. They're just, I guess, like as we get closer to spring, right? It's like, spring, whatever anew, whatever spring does. And it really is important to like actually take some time to kind of like really refresh your space and to clean and to get rid of old stuff and kind of like.
And the last time we threw this tantrum was like when Meredith died. It's
Something
been a year, so
that's
it's time
true.
to clean up.
That's true. That's true. I mean, because it's like, it's like, it's like we both tore apart our offices, and in the end, I had to do it twice because there was.
I remember because I set everything up on the other wall.
Yeah, I had this flooding problem. It wasn't a leak; it was a legit flooding issue I was having in the office. But the thing is, and it's like, it's like I've been set up for a bit. It's like, mind you, I'm still not finished with setting up the office since I put this back together. Little by little, I still have stuff coming back in to the office. But like I said, sometimes it really is important to do like kind of like a cleanse, to kind of like, realize pay attention to the environment that you're creating in. No matter what you're doing, whether you're writing, whether you're drawing, whether you're putting together files on the computer to send to print and stuff like that. It's like really take a look at your environment and see whether it could use a good spruce up. It's like, and not necessarily like you have to buy new things or whatnot, but sometimes just changing things around can help make an area. I was just watching a video about this. Can make your space less sad.
Yes.
And you don't need to spend money to do that. Sometimes just realizing if you just put something in a different place, you can kind of like create a more efficient space for yourself. And we've been doing this with a lot of things. I've been doing it with my art supplies. You're obviously been doing it with your office and your technology. But one thing definitely that we should all do, that we will all benefit from doing, is cleaning up our social media.
Hell, we're doing it with the social media and the network right now.
Yeah. It's like, I think, there was something that I always said that I guess it's like it registered with Meredith, especially. It was very profound to her. I've always said, curate your experience, and that goes to everything. It's like, mostly I was saying that because of social media, but honestly, it really does apply to everything around you. If we, it's like, look, we're all, like, in these hyper aware spaces where we're trying to create and do things and kind of, get the comics out, get the novels out, get whatever it is that you're doing out. And it really does, it really does help to kind of like make sure that our environment is conducive to that.
Right.
And especially, but honestly, though, I think especially in social media, because we use it so much. And
I'll explain.
Yeah, exactly. It's not as dramatic as it sounds. It's not as dramatic as it sounds. But like, it's like, so we use social media all the time, and it's like, and especially, we spend a lot of time online as well. Maybe sometimes a little bit too much, but it depends on what you're doing. And, because we have to, engage with the internet.
When your paycheck depends on
exactly.
algorithms, motherfucker,
right.
You better be online all the
time. Exactly.
Look.
It's like, so it's not like we could just say, oh, just stop being online. And it's like, no, unfortunately, that's a part of what we do now. We have to, keep showing our faces. We have to keep engaging our audience so that they remember that we're here and that they associate us with our artwork that we want them to eventually buy. But here's the thing, though. There's certain things that we kind of get used to that in the end, if you really think about it, it's not very helpful or healthy to us mentally. And so one thing that that Nita was doing and that I was doing on social media is there just comes a point where just because you're accessible doesn't mean people have a right to be accessible to you. You know, to have access, you know, to have access to you just because you're accessible. You know, and the thing is though, you know, it's like, you know, and it's like, so it depends, you know, and it's like, there are people who, I mean, I guess straight up, you know, there are people who are just like that. They think that because they have access to you, that they have a right to literally come. They're entitled to you. That they, oh, right. if you don't engage with me, it's like this, that, like they right. feel, you know. And here's the thing: it really got, especially last week, it really kind of hit us that it's like, you know what? Just because we're in this public sphere doesn't mean that everyone has a right to us. You know, and mind you, right. I'm talking about you guys too. You know, it's like, just because you're putting a comic out, that you're doing stuff publicly, you're doing a live stream, doesn't mean that people have a right to your attention, that they're entitled to your attention, that they're entitled, you know.
Anyone who thinks they are, they're toxic. Straight up. No one is entitled to anyone. We really need to get over this mentality here.
You know, it's like for some reason, it's like for some reason, it's like just because you can talk to me on Twitter, it's like that, like boundaries don't exist.
Right.
You know, and there's a lot of people
we have comics in common.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, and the thing is though, and there are people who think that, you know what? It's not even. Yeah, exactly. You know, like there are people who think that, well, not that they think, but they act a way that if they were acting that like that in real life, they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, or at least fuck you, bro, as you keep walking.
Yeah, and I think
some motherfucker jump at me going into a fucking grocery store. Here, buy this. Like fucking like the fucking CD guys and shit. They at least are like, excuse me, ma'am, good morning. How are you? Like would you like to buy my CD type shit, not back my campaign and my fucking DM?
Right.
Like, oh, that shit irks me.
Right. You know, so it's like, you know, they think, so it's like, and that's, but the thing is, I'm kind of not even talking about that. I'm kind of talking about the people who it's like, they think that, oh, you know, that they can get to come do the equivalent of coming into your house and shitting on your rug and expecting you to say thank you.
Better. Yeah, no, fuck
you know,
guys.
I mean, like I said, it's like, never stop. No. Wait a second. Look, it's like, here's the thing. It's like, you know, look, you're cool. You're fine. You're fine. You know?
That's all we do is sit each other pouring rooms.
You know, that's, you know,
that's our job.
You know, because it's like we were having some problems recently with some people who were literally just coming into our group and shitting on people's campaigns. Like, what the fuck is this shit? I can't believe this shit's real, and this, that, and the other thing.
Very rude people.
Very rude. And in the end, it's like we just decided, you know what? That's an automatic block. You know, it's like, you know what? Just because you have access to these posts, just because you see it in your feed, doesn't mean, you know, that all of a sudden you have a right to do that. And it's like, you know what? It's like, so it's like, and in the end, it doesn't matter who did it.
Right.
It's like, you know what? It's like, if you're going to come in like that, block. We're going to block you. And here's the thing too, because especially, you know, especially in, you know, in this online sphere, it's like, there is nothing. It's like, you know what? Block and block often.
Yes.
You know, it's like, that's the thing. When you're curating your experience and you're trying to, you know, kind of like what it is that, just like I said, it's like, if someone's going to come at you like that saying, what the fuck is this shit? It's like, you know, this shit sucks and this, that, and the other thing. We're not having a conversation. You're already telling me you're not interested
talking
in
about someone else's stuff, unrelated to mine.
Right.
I'm going to block them too. And that way, whenever they approach us to promote their comic, I can go into my block list, and if they're there, there's a reason.
Right, exactly. You know, it's like normalize blocking and blocking often. It's like, you know, and here's the thing. There is no conversation. Okay, there is no, oh, you're just afraid of other people's ideas. It's like, bitch, you're coming to me saying that my shit sucks, or the stuff my friends are putting out suck. We're not having a conversation.
Nope,
there is nothing you are telling me right now that I need to be listening to. You know, right? Exactly. This is my shit, and who the fuck are you? You know, it's like, you know, and you know, so it's like, so. You know what? It's like, if you're just going to come into my space just to cause unrest,
to be negative,
right? And to be negative, I have a right to kick you out.
Yep.
You know, that's the thing.
And that's not canceling you,
right?
That's not even not Sabrina. That's just being. I am now ambivalent towards you.
Right, exactly. It's like, you know what? I'm canceling you the same way I'm canceling the toothless homeless guy from keeping him coming into my house and shitting on my rug. Okay, it's like, if you equate yourself with that toothless homeless guy covered in shit, that's why I'm blocking you.
It's madness, bro.
You know, I mean, it's just like, people are just acting up, you know, and here's the thing. You don't need to tolerate it. There is absolutely nothing that says that requires you to tolerate abusive behavior, you know? So, especially when it comes to online. You know, it's like, look, all we want to do is talk about comics, talk about our campaigns, talk about, like our friends' books and whatnot. And these are the books we're liking and whatnot. It's like I said the other day, it's like, let's talk about what we like, not what we hate. But the thing is, though, is that, right, exactly. And here's, you know,
and this is even, we're talking unsolicited completely. Yeah. Like I sent out a campaign for a client, and almost immediately someone just put this random ass, someone who we all know, put a random ass comment, like, just, it was rude as fuck, like, this shit really exists, or oh my god, they're actually doing this. It's like, yeah, you know what, bro, your shit ain't that great either. We're done here.
Right, exactly. You know what? It's like, worry more about fulfilling your late ass campaign than what other people are doing. How about that?
How about that?
You know, and that's the thing. Be so busy. Be so busy with your own shit that you don't have time to stick your nose in other people's shit.
Right.
How it's like, you know what?
Do the work.
If you're too busy, when you're too busy doing the actual work, you don't have time to do nonsense like that. If you have time to do nonsense like that, you're not working. And like I said, it's like, we have every right to block whoever we don't want to have access to our stuff. And so do you, for whatever reason. I mean, it's really funny, because it's like,
if I'm toxic for you, block me. Stop watching this channel and unsubscribe.
Yeah, exactly. Or, it's like, you know what? Like, maybe it's like, obviously our stuff triggers you too much for some reason. So we're saving you. We're saving you from seeing our stuff in your feed.
Right. We're doing you a favor.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and the thing is too, it's like, look, yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. You know, it's like, look, I've written off actual legit relatives for very much less.
Oh, me too.
Why do internet randos think they're special? You guys are not special. You
because they got a YouTube channel,
right? It's like, look, your mom has a YouTube channel. If anyone has,
my mom doesn't, but
if she has a Google account, she has a YouTube channel.
She doesn't have a Google account either. My mom will not. Like, it's a long
story. You know, but the thing is, your mom, you out there watching us, you know, all 18 people next to the giant eyeball, all your moms have YouTube channels. So you're not special. You know? So internet randos,
everybody's mom says they're special. That means, you know, nobody
internet randos, they're not special. They don't get a pass. you know,
No.
because like, it's like, because, you can't block me. The hell I can.
I can, totally.
You know, I don't like your avatar, I'm blocking.
I'm dead serious. I could block you
You
from
put
wherever the fuck
shitty
you want.
meme, I'll block you. You know,
Right?
it's like, look, I'm no, at this point, I'm just being ridiculous. But the thing is, though, the whole point.
You say that, but I was literally going down a list, going block,
right, yeah,
block. Like,
right.
there had to have been like 40.
Wow. Well, you know, hey, if they, you know what, that's their problem, not ours. We're cleaning up our space, just like we clean the office. I threw out all of my bad markers. You know, it's like, you know, you're finding all these wires that HR almost chewed through and burnt the house over.
Oh
you
my
know,
God, I couldn't believe that shit. Like, I never, I was just like, oh, well, that's cute that she gets out and runs around, little shit chasing. I'm talking about the hamster.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So when I was moving stuff yesterday,
Right.
I found an extension cord down to the copper in some spot.
Yeah. You know, so yeah, so you know, we clean our spaces, we clean our technology, we clean our social media. You know, because in the end, it's like that's how we're going to actually create an environment that's conducive to our creativity. You know, why do I need a heckler? You know, or an army of them, or
Yeah,
you know,
right.
or it's like, or you know, it's like I don't need that shit. A heckler, you know, it's like, look, you know what, and I don't need to engage. That's the thing too. You have no right to my engagement. You know,
Right.
it's like, so it's like, no, it's like, I'm just gonna block you and move on. You know, and here's the thing too. If any of these assholes come out and say, it's like, oh, look at that, I got blocked, they don't want to talk to me. It's like, you know what? It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck you. You got blocked. It's like, you know, is that an achievement for you? It's like, okay, what the fuck do you want? A trophy? Here, I got a fucking trophy for you. Here the cheat. Have a trophy. There's your fucking trophy for getting blocked. Okay, so there you go. So be proud, you know, and move the fuck on, because we certainly are. You know, so don't get caught up in that shit. You know, it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's just been kind of like we've been like seeing some weird shit between some weird shit between the bikini models and the trolls coming out, and you know, and whatnot. And it's like, okay, time to clean house. Try spring cleaning.
Everything.
Try to, you know, let's get rid of the clothing we haven't worn in the last 5 years. You know, let's get rid of the dead art supplies. You know, let's get rid of, let's get rid of, you know, like all the people who do not wish you well. You know, why would you want those people in your life anyway? You know, it's like, look, you know, it's like, I like to think, you know, it's like for people who, you know, it's like for people who,
we're not angry. We're actually we're at peace, man.
Yeah,
like,
no, for real. It's like, I just want to share this with everybody, that it's like, you know, curate your experience. You know, it's like, you know, it's like, you know, you know, it's you know, I think that it's just something that we need to remember. You know, it's like we keep talking about how we're a community, but you know what? Way too many assholes would hide the zombie bite.
Right.
You know, way too many. Right. Way too many.
And you occasionally be like, show me your arm, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Way too many people out there would hide the zombie bite. So you know what? It's like, all we're doing is that, yes, it's like we're creating an environment where we can thrive. Right, exactly. That's what it is. It's like the internet, all the the internet and the algorithms, Jesus, my words.
Eat that shit up.
It's like, because negativity builds engagement.
It does.
You know, and it's like, you know what? It's like, look, to this day, my YouTube channel keeps pushing for me to put out more negative rant videos. And you know, and even then, it's like a lot of people are willing to turn on you so fast, it's not even funny.
Right.
You know, so, you know, yeah. So it's like, you know what? It's like, just because the algorithm works for something doesn't mean I have to feed into it.
Nope.
You know, and that's
here's the thing. If you freaking go ahead and you ignore these people, you don't respond, even if they go off, and if you starve the trolls, they leave.
They really do. They really do.
Thing to do is just block them and ignore them.
Yeah, because it's like, look, I know. Yeah, it's like, you know what? It's like, look, I know it sounds like a great idea to kind of, you know, or like to always feel like you need to have the last word or to be. It's like, look, you do not have to be defensive about what you do. Are you doing comics? Do you love what you do? That it doesn't matter what these assholes are saying, and it doesn't matter what. You know, and it's like, and your response to their nonsense is just for you to be wasting time. The time that you spend, you know, responding to these people is time you're not spending on the work you know you should be doing. You know, that's, you know, it's like, you know.
Oh, it was. It's that easy.
Well, you see, but that's the thing, though. You have to get over the idea that it's like, oh, I don't want to, you know, it's like, I don't want to be the person who's blocking. I don't want to be that person and this, that, and the other thing, you know, because here's the thing. These guys are not sitting back going, do I really want to be an asshole? Is it really necessary for you? Like, nobody is questioning, why is it that my being able to block is what comes into question, but not the fact that this guy is acting like an asshole?
Right.
Why is it like blocking somebody is, oh, you can't do that, but nobody is telling this guy to, oh, you can't just
don't be an asshole,
right?
bro.
Yeah, nobody's telling them that. So you know what? Fuck that shit.
And actually, here's what's crazy.
What?
Is I did. The first time this one guy did, I was like, bruh, that's kind of a dick move. Why don't you not do that to other people's stuff?
Right.
Like, seriously.
Right.
Private message. So some of them do.
Like, right. You know, but you know what? I feel that I'm at a point where I don't need to explain anything to anybody. If you're blocked, it's for a reason.
Yep.
You know, and you know what? And if you want to
hear somebody saying they're blocked, it's for a reason.
It's like, I always it's like, look, I'm blocked by Roseanne Barr because me, this was a very early Twitter. I got into my first bullshit Twitter fight, which seemed like a big deal at the time. Which it always does, right? It was me, Roseanne Barr, another person, and Patton Oswalt arguing over the correct usage of the word cunt. And somehow Lindsay Lohan was involved. I don't remember how. And at the end of it, out of all the people, Roseanne Barr blocked my account. And it's like, oh, okay. That's a thing. So
that's like an honor, dude.
You know, it's like, so, okay. But, you know, in the end, it's like, okay, so I moved on. And it's like, you know what? The argument was actually as stupid as it sounds anyway. So, you know what? So, you know, so it's like, so that's the thing. So yeah. So if you find yourself blocked, really think about why. You know, and it's like, you know what? And if you're the type that it says, oh, it's like, you know, you don't want to engage with my ideas. It's like, bitch, nobody wants to engage with your ideas. You know, it's okay. You know, it's like, you know what, just like, you know, when we're in the subway and there's the homeless guy who's screaming in a corner, you know, everybody walks past him. Nobody's engaging him. That's what I'm doing to you. Yeah. You're just the toothless homeless guy covered in shit screaming at a wall that everybody just passes by in the subway like you're not there. That's what I'm doing. There's nobody there saying, well, it's like you have to show compassion and engage with him. It's like, fuck you, you do it. I don't have to. I got a train to catch. You know? But yeah, so curate your spaces. Curate your spaces unapologetically. You know, it's like, you know, it's like, you know, you become who you surround yourself with. You know, so why wouldn't you want to surround yourself with the best people you could possibly surround yourself with who want to see you succeed, who want to help you, get to the next level, who just want to be happy for you. Why wouldn't you want, to be surrounded by that, to be surrounded by people who do that for you? So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Normalize blocking. Normalize blocking, normalize muting, and here's the thing too. Here's also another thing too, not to be completely kind of negative about it, but it's like, look, even if you have friends in your, you have friends that you follow, right? Sometimes you have those friends who they only post up memes. They're not it's like, maybe it's like you don't want to unfriend them because you're friends, you actually like them, but it's like, oh, I'm really tired of their memes. They've been posting up a lot of memes or something, or whatever, or it's like, it's okay to also mute them for a little bit. It's like, just like we all have friends that it's like, oh, I don't feel like talking to them right now. It's kind of the same thing. It doesn't mean that it's like you're writing them off. It just means it's like, look, you're just posting stuff that doesn't interest me right now, and I just need to clean my feed a bit. But after 30 days or something, it'll all come back. And you come back. And it's okay to do that too. It's like, look, there are just some times where it's like, especially when it's campaign season. Well, it's always,
oh my gosh, right?
Season.
And it's like, need a break from me.
Right, exactly. It's like, I'm pretty sure, that there are people, it's like going, oh my God, if I see one more Tall Tales post, I knew that was coming. And it's like, look, if I see one more Tall Tales post, like, oh my God, if she obsesses over Eager Raven one more time, and it's like, look, I can't help it. But if you're tired of it, that's okay. You mute me for 30 days and that's fine. I've
never fucking muted you, Daphne. Never.
So, I mean, so
my memes are quality, bro.
Yeah, those are quality. But that happens too. Sometimes we need to clear our heads a bit. Although granted, probably the best way to do that is to go outside and touch grass. I kind of highly recommend that too. Although maybe around my neighborhood, you don't want to touch the grass. You really don't want to do that. And probably where you are, you don't want to do that either because there are alligators and snakes in there. So
leeches,
right. So but being outside, maybe what you need to do is just go outside, clear your head a bit, and and kind of like refresh, you refresh yourself, yeah, you don't want to do that. So it's like, yeah, so I guess with spring coming, if it would like, I mean, I don't know, it's like sometimes it's 20 degrees and the next day is 60. It hasn't decided what it wants to do yet, the weather. So yeah, so think about like, cleaning your spaces, your physical spaces, your digital spaces, and just to refresh yourself, make your environment less sad. I was watching a video that kind of that also inspired me. It's like your house is sad. And her name is Paige Wessel, I think. She's a set designer, and she does these really funny kind of like interior design videos, and the other day she was talking about, your house is sad and this is why. Make your house less sad. So it's kind of like that. So make your internet experience less sad. Oh my goodness. It's like, I don't know, you have any more thoughts? I mean, it's like, I don't know, who wants to, we still have like
wow, bro, did you forget where you are? No,
it's fine. It's fine. So it's like, I don't know. What other thoughts do you have on this, Nita? clean your space.
No, I think well, I'm cleaning my space as far as the network goes. We had to make some changes with the beginning of the year. Not only with adding some of the shows to After Dark, but we've also Chris works a full-time job. We have the kids, so his time that he's able to work is limited. So we were really trying to figure out a show premise where he could work and stream to keep his art centered.
Right.
Whatever. So that led to us deciding to drop dispatches for a bit. So we're going to put that on hiatus. And he's working on a show where he'll be actually working on a comic that he's producing with Chad. So
right, yeah, I think that's a really interesting premise. So it's like if anybody was ever curious about the process from literal beginning to Kickstarter end, I mean, this has potential to be like a really interesting show.
I'm stoked.
So that's kind of what that means, like cleaning up the channel and whatnot, kind of deciding like, okay, and that's the thing too. So that's also like kind of curating his experience. It's like, I guess like,
yeah, because I mean, he's looking at maybe 6 to 8 hours a week that he can actually like he works more, but that he is actually getting stuff done. And when you're using 2 hours of that week doing a podcast, which actually required more than that because he was doing montages and monologues, which would take, so it was really two days of his free time being taken up over a show that he couldn't, wasn't getting work done on. So it's going to work out for him.
Right.
Like, it's going to help his schedule. And Chad's going to be sober. So we get to professional Chad.
Right, exactly.
Who is actually really, really smart. Dude's a genius.
Yeah, no, it was I'm looking forward to this show. So obviously, for everybody to so just keep so again, it's like subscribe to the channel and whatnot so that you get notified when this new show.
Yeah, because there's other changes coming besides this show. Tina and I are still working on Indie Rush, but we're looking at mid-March right now because I had a whole bunch of stuff come up. And now the Stream Deck, which is a beautiful little piece of equipment that's annoying the fuck out of me.
Right, because nothing
causing more delay.
With it. Yeah, it's like nothing wants to work with it. It's like, oh, ew, you're brand new. It's like there's a phenomenon. Oh, well, it was kind of like when you buy some like. There's a specific term for it. It was mostly used in fashion though. But I forgot the term of it. That it's just the whole idea of like you buy like a really good piece for your wardrobe, and then all of a sudden the rest of your wardrobe looks shabby by comparison. So you start buying more pieces to make up for the fact that it has to go with the new piece. And I guess with technology is kind of the same thing. You got this brand new piece, and now all the computer equipment is like, oh, you want us to work with that?
Jealous.
Yeah.
So jealous.
Exactly. Yeah. But I mean, really though, whatever happened to this wireless society that all these tech bros kept promising us? Wireless and paperless, right?
Oh, it's still wireless. It's all wireless except for the Stream Deck, which has a cord like this fucking long. Which is why the whole computer monitor shifted today.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I just recently had to upgrade my phone, and the thing is that because I just happened to choose, I guess, the perfect week to do it, which meant that Samsung is in transition now. They're phasing out all their old phones for the new like Samsung, I don't know, 23 or whatever. And so nobody has anything in stock right now because they're getting rid of the old stuff and they still have to receive the new stock. So there was nothing I could get that I could take home yesterday. I went yesterday. So I had to pre-order the Samsung 23, I think it is. I mean, just to show you what I'm working with, the phone that I'm upgrading from is a Samsung 8.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a jump.
Yeah, that's what the guy said. Because I he goes, what phone? Yeah, I have a Samsung 8. He's like, what? Ooh. Ooh, that's old. So, but the thing is, though, it's like I have to wait until they're sending it, they're mailing it to me. It should arrive either Thursday or Friday, and then I have to go back to the T-Mobile for them to oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, technically, it is infinite. It's just that companies. So I have to bring everything. So when I get the phone, I have to take everything there, and so it's like, yeah. Oh, and here's the thing. So the whole thing about, it's old. So before, for the same price that I was paying for this phone, right? The phone used to come with wires and it come with the chargers and the the outlet thing and headphones and whatnot. Now the guy outright said, oh, it comes with nothing except the charger cable. And now it's a different kind of charger cable where where you have to buy a new wall outlet charger thing. Like you can't, because it's not USB. Now it's like it's USB to USB or whatever, USB-C to USB-C. So, but of course, it doesn't come with that. So you have to buy that separately. So it's like, yeah, I kind of like saved money with the upgrade, but that money that I saved went right into buying all of the extra crap that I'm going to need because the phone doesn't come with it anymore, and it's just like, it was just like kind of obnoxious to realize, like, of course, and it's just like, so yeah, so it's like, because I'll be lucky if I'll be able to transfer all my information without a hitch. The guy said that'll happen without a problem, but still, though, so it's like, I forgot my point. But
make it lucky to tap the phone a few times.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's kind of how it works. You make the phones kiss and they give each other diseases.
Hi, John.
Hey, John. Yeah, no, it was just ridiculous. It's like, one, I'm really irritated at the fact that phones cost just as much, actually more than a brand new laptop. I don't understand how I can get a desktop computer for cheaper than a cell phone. I think that's Apple. I blame Apple for that, honestly, where they got everybody used to the idea of paying $2,000 for a phone because it was fucking Apple. And now it's like, oh, we can get everybody to pay $2,000 for a phone.
Yeah, pretty much.
The only thing though is, like, at least I'm not forced to have to trade it in. So at least once I get the new phone, I can use this one just as a camera. And I can use it for filming. Yeah, they don't want to eat.
They don't want a dinosaur, Daphne.
Yeah, no, I know. But the camera still works. So at least it's like I'll have an extra camera that I could use if I needed it for anything. But because it's like it's like, okay, so I can't, it's like the funniest thing, though, I just have to mention this, though, is that I save a lot of artwork on my phone. Right. So, and I have a separate chip. I have a separate chip to save everything. So I've taken it out because it's like, oh, I have a lot of porn.
Me too.
Mind you, it's my own artwork, but still, though, it's like, because it's like the last thing I need is it's like, so what's with the werewolf picture? It's like, shut up! Don't talk to me. Don't look at me.
No eye contact.
Like, just transfer the data. But here's the thing, though. They said that the new phones don't have a thing for a chip anymore. It's out there already, Patrick. It's Rule 34. So it doesn't have the chip anymore because it's like they're going to the Apple standard where it's like whatever memory you have on your phone, that's it. So you can't remove the chip. So I'm like, oh, damn it. I'm going to have to chill.
Or move it to desktop mode.
Yeah, I know, really.
And,
but
and get the little pocket USBs and just start filling them bastards up.
Actually, no, I discovered the joy of Google Drive. So I've been transferring my pictures to Google Drive so I always have access to them.
Yeah, I've been moving all my writing over there.
Yeah, so
in the media for the shows.
Yeah, so that I won't have, like so much photos and stuff or drawings. Sure. So that's so I forgot my point. Oh no, yeah, it was the whole the technology, new things don't like to work with each other, with the old things,
right?
But that's what they're forcing me to do, though. So it's like I have to upgrade, and that's what but at least I won't have because it's like I've been, all my phone calls have to be on speaker or I'm pretty sure. Look, it's Google, man. If you think that Google isn't handing just shit over to the FBI, it's like, come on. It's like, look, that's just what it is. Oh, it's like also really quick too. I just
I try to keep my handlers entertained.
Yeah, it's like it's a completely different thing though. So, I've been having some fun with both Jaden and C.
Oh.
No, that sounds horrible. But no. So what happened was that I recently commissioned artwork from both, from C Michael for a variant cover, and it's just really, really fun seeing someone else do a take on my artwork, and also what we've been doing with Jaden is that we're slowly like a goldfish. We're slowly acclimating her to doing sequential art. And so right now she's in a plastic bag. So it's like we're doing the drip, we're doing drip acclimation, and and it was just really, and it's just really, really interesting. Just seeing like trying to remember like how I learned how to do this stuff versus trying to teach somebody how to do sequential art, because when I first started doing sequential art, it was literally being pushed into the deep end of the pool. It was like I had met I'd met Jose for the first time, and he had all these, he had someone else drawing Tall Tales at the time, and I was just like, just completely immediately enamored with the whole project. And it's like, and he goes, "Can you do this?" And I go, "Yes." Mind you, I've never done a comic at that point, never. So I was literally learning on the job. And that's why it took us so long from when I first started Tall Tales to when I think I started working on Tall Tales, I think in 87. And then it was 92 that we put out our first issue, because that's kind of how long it took us to kind of like get into the rhythm of what exactly doing a comic book is. And even then the story changed by the time, like even he changed the story by the time we finally got to publishing. So it's like I was trying to remember that. It's like, okay, what did I do and how do we do it and this, that, and it, kind of like trial by fire. But it was really funny. But with Jaden though, it's kind of like it's like, okay, she's obviously like, like she's learning a lot doing all these covers, right? But it's like, okay, how do we push, kind of like nudge her, to the next level? And I had to come up with something, that it's like, okay, how do we teach her sequentials without scaring her off? Because she's
right.
It's like, and and I'm sure there's a lot of people who kind of like feel this way, that it's like, you're not used to the challenge, so you feel like, oh my god, I can't. You immediately like shut down and go, oh, I can't do this. And then it's like, and this was something that Meredith always said too. This was the thing that stuck with me, where Curate Your Experience stuck with her. With Meredith, what she would say is always be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because that, and it's like, she says, that's where things are happening. right? And it's like, yeah, that's what I always try to do with my artwork, is that on a certain level, like there are things that I'm used to doing, but then it's like there's certain things where, yeah, I'm uncomfortable with, but I go, okay, if I'm uncomfortable with it, that's where I have to, that's where I have to focus my attention on, you know, because like that's where, because the idea is to make the uncomfortable comfortable. Right. Which means that I've made that transition. So, and one of the things is, you know, like with the cover that C is doing, kind of like guiding him into what I want without feeling like, while still respecting that this is another artist doing the work. No, I mean, technically it's the same.
Without feeling like you're moving the hand.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That it's like, I still want this piece to look like C did it.
Right.
You know, because like, look, if I really wanted a very specific piece, I'd do it myself, but that's not the point. I want to see him do this because eventually I'm hoping I could work him into doing a short story for me.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, exactly.
Not supposed to expose your plan.
Well, but you know, we're still in the, you know, in the baby steps phase.
Yeah, he's
you know,
at work
like,
anyway.
Yeah, he got a lot of work, so he's still working on stuff for Jose. So, you know, so with Jaden, it's kind of like that too, where it's like, okay, how do we kind of push her out of her comfort zone artistically without making her panic? And I just have to say, it's like, just with this one experiment that we're doing right now, which once it's done, I'll show it on my Facebook, which this is why you should always follow me on Facebook. I'm loving it. I don't know how she's feeling about it, but I'm loving this.
I think she's having a good time.
You know, I mean, because it's like, you know, because it's kind of like weird to think of myself like I'm teaching somebody. You know, where it's like, you know, it's like, well, what's the fine line between teaching somebody and tricking them into doing fan art for me?
You know, she watches us, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, you know, hey, I still want you to learn how to do this. You know, it's important. You'll thank me later. That's what it is. You'll thank me later. You know, because it kind of reminds me, because it's like, it was kind of reminded me of years ago, decades ago, we had a cousin from Brazil stay with us for a bit, and you know, she was learning English, and what I had done was that I was having her, I said, oh, let's practice some English, and I had her specifically reading. Oh, where is it? Oh, I had her specifically reading this to me. Oh, because it's like I was killing two birds with one stone. It's like I was having her read, you know, practice her English reading this to me while I have somebody reading The Secret of Nim to me.
Wow.
You know? So it was just like, oh, look at that. This is like the Scotch tape. I was using
anything could be a bookmark.
Why was I using Scotch tape on this? What the fuck was I thinking?
Anything could be a bookmark.
Yeah, I know, really. No, it's like I had put Scotch tape on all the pages. What the hell was I doing? You know what? That's probably. So yeah, so it was kind of like killing two birds with one stone. You know, so she was like, you know, like catering to my fandom needs without her knowing. So this is kind of so I don't know. It's like, so I have but no, but in all serious though, you know, the stuff that I'm having her do is stuff that is it really is, you know, kind of like weirdly educational, because it's like, you know, because it's like I told Nita, it's like, look, you know, this is what I'm planning on having her do. Is it a little too advanced? Is it a little too something? I mean, should we bring it back more? Actually, it was I had originally wanted her to do like a 12-page story, and she completely freaked, and I was like, okay, no, we don't want her freaking. No. But and then it's like, even Jose says, it's like, you can't just dump.
But she only freaked over one thing,
you know,
over one thing, and it was the anatomy of horses.
Well, you know, we could work on that later. you know. But it's like Jose says, you can't just give her 16 pages. She's never done this before. And I go, that's what you did to me. So, you know, so, but you know, it's like, look, we're all having a pretty good time. And it's like, yeah, and I'm just like really, it's just really funny, you know, like realizing that it's like, oh, I'm a teacher now. Okay. All right, we can do this. We can do this. Do or do not. You know. But you know, so that's you know, so we're having a lot of fun with that, and it's like I really look. Even I had a hard time with that. You know, it's like why do they let their legs go all weird like that? You know, especially the back legs. You know, but you know, we're just having a really good time, and I'm really looking forward to showing off more of her artwork. You know, and you know, it's like, look, it's like, you know, I have 2 of her pieces like right now ready to show, you know, in this the, you know, it's like, I mean, how can I not want to show this off all the time?
Right.
You know, it's like, you know, come on. You
Golly, man.
You know, I mean, really, it's like, so it's like, yeah,
my
it's just,
kid.
Yeah, you know, and soon, you know, it's like we're gonna have, we're gonna have C's artwork up there soon and everything, you know, fun time. Yeah, we're keeping it in the family right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, so that's kind of all I got for this. What do you got anything else, Nita?
Are we wrapping up?
Yeah, I think so. We're
Medibles hit hard. Okay, so tune in this afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern. Fike It, Let's Draw with Rodney Fike is coming on.
Right.
And then tune in to Indie Comics Network After Dark tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for another episode of Shots with Comics with Drunk Chad.
Right. There you go.
Sober Chad's on his way.
Yes, Sober Chad's on his way.
Chad.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And if you want to learn more about me and my artwork and all that stuff, and you want to see, you know, get a sneak peek of all this artwork we're having Jaden and C do later, you know, you can head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWRKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites. But I mostly post to Facebook if you are interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress updates. And don't forget, you can follow me on YouTube at my channel, Daphne Lage Art, which also simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network for my weekly art streams every Wednesday from 4 to 6 p.m. I think we're going to do more sketch covers this week. I'm not sure. I have a whole pile of them. So, you know, so yeah. And remember, you could read the first, well, not the first, you could read Eagle Raven, Air the First Unicorn. And it's on my website. It's, I really got to change this copy. You can read Eagle Raven, Air the First Unicorn at my website, uploads every day. You know, so you can check out the story before the next campaign goes live, or if you're a little impatient, you can download a PDF of the first 16 pages of Eagle Raven for your reading pleasure right now. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the links over to Tall Tales, TAILSonline.com, and read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free, along with the brand new Tears of the Mother story arc, which is also uploading every day, Monday to Friday, so that you can read that new story arc right now. Before it returns to Kickstarter later on this year. And again, before we go, actually this one, Peacekeepers, Tall Tales to Peacekeepers, in its last 4 days on Kickstarter. It closes this Friday. We will be doing a closeout party for Tall Tales to Peacekeepers this coming Friday. And I might have some special things to give away. I know we didn't do a giveaway for any of the weeks during the campaign, but I might have some special stuff to give away on Friday. So make sure you pledge the campaign, and everybody who pledges to a physical level will be qualified to win. What I have to decide yet. What I think, you know what, I have a couple of cool things.
It'll be great.
It'll be great. You know, so yeah, so make sure you pledge to the campaign to a physical level, and then all the backers will be put on the wheel, and you'll win some cool stuff on Friday. So thank you so much. Any final thoughts? No, we're good. We're good to go. Thank you, everybody in the comments, in the chats, for all your comments. Thank you to the now 9 people watching us next to the giant eyeball on the screen. Look, I know the second you guys see that it's hitting the end, I know a lot of you split, so that's fine too. That's okay. But thank you to the 9 people who are still watching us wrap this up.
You're the real MVP.
Exactly. And in the words of the ancients, eat your food, moisturize, mind your business. Mind your business, both literally and figuratively. Be too busy that you don't have time to go snooping around what other people are doing. Don't worry about that. And also do the work, because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Hit it, Nita.
Oh my God.
Saying, live your motherfucking life. You got to get your motherfucking hustle. Understand niggas is going to hate you regardless. Get that out of your head, that fantasy world where niggas ain't hating on you. You got to be grateful. You need haters. What the fuck is you complaining about? What the fuck do you think a hater's job is? To fucking hate. So let them motherfuckers do their goddamn job. What the fuck is you complaining about? Ladies, if you got 14 women hating on you, you need to figure out how the fuck to get to 16 before the summer get here. The fuck is you mad about? Fellas, if you got 20 haters, you need 40 of them motherfuckers. What is you complaining about? If there's any haters in here right now that don't have nobody to hate on, feel free to hate on me. Sit back there and say my hair ain't luxurious when you know it is, bitch.